What about Jesus' birth? Now, times, which are the properties of nature in this world, are pure states of mind in the spiritual world, which states appear progressive there, because angels and spirits are finite. It follows therefore that in God they are not progressive, because he is infinite, and the infinities in him are one. And from this it follows that the divine essence in all time is himself devoid of time or progression. So the divine never changes. The divine is a constant. The only reason why we experience time is because we are in a state of progression. So if we go back to this influx that we were talking about, how the divine operates through influx via the heavens. And first, one point about the need for the divine to come and what happened at his birth. Well, Swedenborg describes that in that time the world was so devoid of anything good that the people that were in here in the lower hells actually starting to come in and take over, and even the lowest of heavens, the most gentler angels, I suppose is the way to describe it, were overtaken by these more selfish spirits, these selfish minds. And that then effectively blocked the influx, the positive influx to come via the heavens, creating a necessity for the Lord to bypass that and come directly via Mary. Because if there is no space, there's no time, we're talking about an influx of the mind. A state of being. Through that, the Lord is born and projected himself. Basically, through Mary, he conceptualizes a tangible, finite form of himself in operation, a state of being which is shared with all the people that have their experience in this world here. As we know, the divine is non-local, non-temporal, and perfect, perpetual and constant. But our perception is imperfect, and so while perpetual, we are not in a constant state. And that's why this was allowed to happen. And this is how we can actually receive the divine itself as well. Through the innocence, we can actually receive the divine. And this, what happened then in that state where the divine operated, he was unable to put himself in a position where he was not fully the divine, taking on his human from Mary, and with that the frailties, I suppose, the imperfection, the finality at the time that comes with that, allowing the influx through these devilish spirits to come in and therefore battle them in temptation and set his mind straight. Now, in Proving God, Edward Sylvia writes the following: wives in heaven are spiritually formed to receive and be impregnated by their husband's understanding, and his ideas are spiritual seed. The wife then brings these ideas into the spiritual world by giving life to those ideas through new forms of love, which add new spiritual qualities and happiness to the lives of both partners. Spiritual offspring are the things generated from this union, such as increased love and service to the heavenly community. Physical things can take on an organic form because love, which is a living force, adapts information to its own disposition. One's level of understanding is the real embodiment of his/her love. Thoughts, loves and values are more than real substances. They generate entirely new organic structures with new sensitivities. So we know that the divine is love itself. The divine is life itself. And through the mind of the divine, creating all these different aspects, the different affections, the different qualities, which is what we are. And in that way, we are being constantly renewed, recreated by being able to receive the divine truth, the new spiritual understanding, and by the affection that we have for that. So if we look at Mary in terms of correspondence, Mary is actually the pure affection for truth, the ability to receive the divine. And Jesus is the divine truth. Now initially as man, as finite being, he represents truth, but clothed in impure ideas, very much like what we are, except that we are not the truth. We have an ability to receive the truth, but we are not the truth. That's a big, big difference. And as that truth then is given form, and he glorifies his human form, he actually becomes the perfect living understanding. In other words, wisdom itself, or in other words again, is the word unencumbered. Well, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and it's given you a bit of food for thought. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you find something stimulating in this presentation to apply and better your life. Thank you.